all these posts about, women living in a only woman's town. I would never live with you bitches.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. On this channel, we promote man and woman being together. We talk about the importance of a family dynamic that consists of a man and a woman to bring that balance, to bring what is needed to raise a overall good family, with children. But unfortunately, there are women out here who still are trying to find a way, as much as they want to try to find a way, to think that we as women can exist with no men at all. None. Like absolutely none. And I'm going to share this clip of this woman discussing that, and let's come back and talk about it.
I feel like a lot of women don't do rich right. Like, if I were rich, I would recruit other rich women, and we would come together and we would put together a fund where basically we save so much money, we start buying up towns. And we would buy towns all in the same area so they can kind of be connected and just make one big town. And in that town, it will be a town that is only for women. No men allowed, not even boy dogs. This will be a town so full of femininity that it would be a paradise. It would be quite literally heaven on earth. And then we would name this town Eve. Like, how girly is that? Oh my God, like, I just feel like rich women do not do rich women right. Like, y'all are donating to the wrong thing. Why has nobody had this idea? Like, what is going on? Like, they just made an all white people town, but y'all can't make an all women town? What's going on?
So she said the town should be named Eve. It would be full of femininity. It would be paradise. It would be paradise. This is some BS, y'all. I'm just sorry. Ain't no way in your right mind, the way that y'all see women do each other, i.e. black women do each other, do y'all think that they could really survive in a town with nobody else but just women? Can y'all believe that? Like, the way that they do each other so dirty, rich or not, it's not possible. It will be the most toxic, the most messiest. It would just be full of envy, jealousy, hate. Very dangerous. Because we see how women operate when they get jealous, when they become envious, right? When they become miserable and bitter, we see what they do. We see it. But somehow this is the idea that makes sense. The rich women should put their money together. Women put their money together and we create this. And of course, there are plenty of women out here who agree with it. And I'm going to share a few of those points and let's come back and talk about it.
So I guess there's a video going around asking women, will they live in a town with nothing but women? And a lot of women, mostly all the women that was asked that question was like, yes. And so I just seen a video of this lady saying she wouldn't because women are wicked, they this and that. Well, for me personally, yes, I would, because she right. Some women are wicked. She was like, if the women see a woman that they don't like, they become real evil, this and that. That's the whole point. That's what's gonna make it fun. We're gonna talk about each other. We're gonna drink our wine. We're gonna cry. We're gonna fight, and we're gonna be friends again. Yes, I would live in a town with all women, because it's gonna be fun.
And one of the reasons why I know, at least on the Western Hemisphere, that we cannot have successful women and children villages, only because there will always be a dumb bitch in a village saying, what about my man? My man. What about my man? Well, girl, if your man's so special, why you gotta live in a village? Everybody want their man to be the exception to the rule. Like, girl, if that's the case, then go be with him. It never fails that women will compromise their safety, their security, and their village behind a man. And some women do it multiple times and always run back to the village. And that is why we will not have successful villages. Because once you start putting that man over the village, you've already lost.
So I've seen a couple videos of women saying that they would not live in women-only towns. Like, they are not interested in living in a society where it's nothing but women. And it's mainly because of all of the horrible experiences that they've had with women. And what they were saying is they feel like women are very vicious and they just would rather coexist with men than just live amongst women. And while I get what they're saying, I feel like what people are forgetting or don't seem to, I guess, understand is that the reason why women are vicious towards other women is because of men. When a woman hates another woman or is jealous of another woman, it's usually because of men. Like, if, for example, if that woman is pretty, right, her beauty is going to attract male attention. And that male attention is going to come with certain privileges. And that is what women are envious of. So it all goes back to men and male validation and male attention. So if there are no men around and there's no validation to seek from those men, then there's no reason for you to hate on another woman. So I just feel like living in a society or, you know, a world where it's nothing but just women would actually be much safer and healthier for women. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think.
And I was expressing to my sister that if we were in a community, I would be very accepting of all the children that are already here. Where I would have a problem with is that if women in the community that's supposed to be focused on women development and focused on pooling resources to raise the children that are already here, kept getting pregnant while in this women community, and they kept like falling in love or censoring a men somehow, and that's how I feel like the community would fall apart, because I genuinely don't think that it's going to be successful, because too many women need the validation from men in order to feel like they're doing something, even if that man has proven to be incompetent. So that leads me to asking this question and bring this conversation to TikTok. Do you think that a woman-led community would continue to be focused on women and children, or do you feel like that community is going to shift because somehow a woman is going to bring a man into the dynamics? And of course, with a man introduced into this dynamic, the dynamic changes. I personally have no faith in a woman-led community or in a way that I would want it to be ran with pooling resources. I personally don't think I would pool resources in that manner because I just don't trust some women to do what needs to be done. So somehow it's always she's just male-centered. No, it's just the realistic thing about the world. I told y'all before, they want to just be a bunch of lesbians doing whatever they do together. So my question is, you and the women, y'all all come together, y'all bring your kids y'all already have, so there would be no more kids being created, I'm assuming. Like, the world will essentially stop. Like, if that's what happens, the world will stop. There will be no more creation of any children because we can't make kids without a man, period. So we're saying that we want this town called Eve to become a thing, and the world will then essentially stop. Everything will stop. The world will come to an end. That's the part that we are so stupid that we don't even realize that we can't even keep procreating. Nothing you can do, no matter how much y'all lay up with each other, it will never create a life, ever. So then what? Then what? That's it. We don't continue this generation. We don't. And the crazy part about it is, y'all, is they will show how much they be all for equality when they want it to be and when they don't. And here is someone talking about how it feels very isolated to exclude all women.
Hi, good evening. I'm on my period and I'm cranky, and I just saw one of like the 100th video of the same topic, and I just want to talk about it real quick. And I know I always say real quick, and then it's a 10-minute video. I do not want this to be 10 minutes. Okay, let's see. So I just saw like the 100th video of another woman saying that we should have women-only towns. And I've only seen women talking about this. And like every other one that I see, I'll comment and I'll be like, what about non-binary people or AFAB folks? What about trans women? What about trans men? You know, what about us? I'm just curious, would we be allowed in said town? Because the point of the town is that there's no like violent men, and and that it's like a community where we help each other out, we uplift each other, and you know, we barter and all that stuff, you know, like a community, actual community, but it's a community of only women. And every time I comment, either my comment gets deleted or they'll respond and they'll be like, no, women only. So like they've all been TERFs. But anyway, I get it. Like you do you, but also it just like feels really like exclusionatory. I don't know if that's the word. It's just giving, we don't really care, we'll leave you to the dogs. Like, and I don't like that. And like I understand why they want to get away from men, but like they need to remember that we're not the problem. Like queer folks, non-binary, agender, trans folks, gender fluid people. Yeah, I don't know. We're not the problem, and it just feels really icky, and I don't like it, and I'm kind of sick of seeing it.
So the trans women, the non-binary women, she said that it feels like it's very excluding them. Hey, they said women only. So this is the thing, right? Like they will show you when they want it to be only women, when they want it to be, but when they don't, they're cool with other, people who identify as women to be included. This one, they said no. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I really find it so heartbreaking. And am I surprised? No. Am I surprised that a black woman sat there and made this video and thought about this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And this ain't just a black woman thing. I believe that there's other women of other race who believe this foolishness. They do. But we have been convinced, like realistically, that we can survive on this planet without men. And it is ridiculous.
Women who think they need a man really need to grow up. You really need to fix your mentality. You don't need a man to hang up a picture frame. Let's be real. Without women, the world would not function correctly.
Without, wait. Hold on, DJ Scratch. Press that button. Say that again.
Without women, the world wouldn't function correctly.
I think it's the opposite. Without men, the world would not function correctly.
Only one valid reason why we need men is to have babies. And let's make that very clear.
She said the most minute thing ever. We don't need a man to hang a picture. Okay, but the wall you put that picture on in that house, you needed a man to build the house. So it's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, we don't really think like all the way through. Like, women talk about how they could do a man's job, but they don't really want to do a man's job. Like, let's be realistic. The homes, the communities that are being built and, renovated and all those things, if it was up to women to just do the job, I'm telling y'all, they would not exist. It would take forever and ever to get completed because we are not equipped to do those things. We're just not. And the crazy part about it is this woman goes back to say, oh, we're just going to be so feminine. It's going to be full of femininity. That's a lie. You're going to really see how masculine women are when they get together. You're going to really see how masculine, how aggressive, and how dangerous women are when they get together with just women. I promise you will see that. And that's going to be the rude awakening. They want to convince women that this makes sense. And unfortunately, what do I always say? There are women out here who are going to buy it. They're going to believe it. They're going to fall victim to this mentality. And then they get mad when women don't want to do it. They get mad and surprised when women don't want to be a part of this. And thankfully, there are women out here who don't feel this way and who find it, insane to be a part of this women's only towns.
All these posts about, women living in a only women's town. I would never live with you bitches. Women are not nice to each other. Are very delusional about about y'all behavior. A lot of women think that they are upstanding women, but look how y'all treat each other in the real world. Because the same women who are going to like this post are also in a group chat talking about another woman. Once y'all identify another woman as a threat, y'all turn into monsters. Real wicked. And y'all really only like women who y'all see as inferior to you. That's why so many women on this app telling other women what to do. Look how y'all gossip, click up, want to compete. Look how y'all treat beautiful women. Hell fucking no. Look how y'all raise y'all motherfucking sons. And then say niggas ain't shit. Well, who the fuck raised them? How many times have you smiled at a woman and she rolled her eyes at you? Or you been walking down the street and she looked you up and down? Insecure women are very dangerous women. And a lot of women are in denial that they are insecure. A lot of women have false confidence. Women know how to mask very well. A lot of women have a false sense of self. I'm not living in a town with a whole bunch of women who never took the time to face their trauma and walk around playing victim. It does not reflect or show up in the real world. I'm not seeing it. Where y'all at?
Agree 100%. There's no way. There's no way. And as soon as you are a woman who says, I don't want to be around a bunch of women. I don't want to just survive on earth with just a bunch of women. You're a pick me. You're male-centered. You're desperate. You're this. Like, what? You said, like, again, going back to the original video, you just said we're going to name the town Eve. But Eve could not have existed without that man. Like, she would have never been here without the man. So it's like, again, we pick little pieces that is convenient to try to make it make sense to us for our narrative, but it just doesn't make sense. I'm telling y'all, they want to turn this into a just full of lesbianism. And this is what they want. This is what they are promoting out loud. And if you don't agree with it, you're the problem. It would be the most destructive place to be in. It's insane. Like, we're not smart enough to say, let's create an all black community. Like she said, the people that they created an all white community. We think, oh, let's just get rid of the men. Let's just do an all woman. We don't think smart enough to do that. Let's create our own community. Let's create something. Let's put our money together as black people and really create something. No, that makes too much sense. That makes too much sense. So instead, we'll create this lesbian town full of miserable, bitter, undesired women. That's just what it is. Only an undesired woman would even come up with this idea. I'm telling you, an undesired, miserable, unhappy, single woman will come up with this idea. Only, in my opinion. But what is your opinion on this video? Please drop it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this conversation. Subscribe to the channel, of course, if you are new here. Like the video if you enjoyed the conversation. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.